talk, but
do it.
Numbers don't lie, and I just want you to look at the numbers. Brian Hoyer is in the bottom 5 of NFL quarterbacks, correct?
As far as some category, yeah, in completion percentage, yeah, I know that.
Okay.
As far as
last 3 games, 1 touchdown pass and 6 interceptions, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you that all day long.
Starting pitchers in baseball, if they have 3 clunkers, how many managers are going to say, well, we'll trot them out again?
Hold on a second. No, you're nuts. In a baseball season,
I'm nuts.
Do you know how many...
No. I listened to you for 15 minutes, and to be honest with you, J-Rock, I love your shows usually, but it sounded like something that the Browns PR people wrote and handed you, to be honest with you. This is all, you know something, this team very well should be 6-6 had not Atlanta forgot how to manage the clock. We won Atlanta in spite of, not because of Hoyer, correct?
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Okay, well, you tell me Atlanta having time management should not have been able to run down the clock and kick the winning field goal, not allowing the Browns to have.
Oh, I didn't say that they didn't screw up. I didn't say Atlanta didn't screw up the end of that game. I don't think the Browns won that game in spite of Brian Hoyer.
Well, all I know is that, you know what, this young man, and I'll be the first to agree, as you well know in your audience, I bemoaned Johnny Football all throughout practice, the exhibition season, as a immature punk. I'll be the first to wave my hand and say, guilty as charged. But, with that being said, could he do what he has done in the last 3 or 4 games? Could
Absolutely.
he do worse?
Yes.
Brian Hoyer is a statue in that pocket when only 3 things can happen. Either he can get intercepted, he gets sacks, or he completes the pass. 2 of the 3 have been happening lately. He gets sacked, or he throws an interception. We need somebody back there that is elusive, that can escape and make things happen. For some reason, and I dare say this, even the iconic epic Joe Thomas has seemed to forgot how to block. We are now down to our 3rd string center. We're down to our 3rd string tight end. To be honest with you, Josh Gordon is not exactly showing the hustle that I thought he would.
Mayor,
the running backs are fumbling the ball.
Are you giving me the list of reasons why we absolutely should not have a rookie starting quarterback? Because that's what you're doing right now. You're just giving me more reasons.
With all this going on, we need somebody that can make things happen by himself.
Brother, you must think this kid's coming in with a cape on, and I will just say this. If the locker room felt that way, then he'd be coming in this week. I'm telling you, he'd be coming in this week. You and I are just going to have to agree to disagree.
Are you satisfied with the job Hoyer's done in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
I don't evaluate a football season on the last 3 or 4 games, just like I don't evaluate a starting pitcher. Done for me
lately,
all right,
society.
all right.
If
you live in a what have you done? Hey,
you need
I can't
to
do this. I got the phones
them.
blowing up, my man. We got to go back and forth. We can't. You can't talk over me. You asked me a question and then you didn't let me answer. But I can't keep doing this. I mean, obviously, we are on 2 opposite sides of the opinion here. You already impugned me as far as saying I'm just talking like I'm just reading some PR release from the team. Brother, I'm far from an apologist for these sports teams.
Usually,
but
you are,
right,
and that's why I enjoy
and that's
talking
my
to you.
credibility. I'm speaking this is me. This is not what somebody wants me to say. I don't go cover any of these games. Me and the Browns press staff don't exactly see eye to eye on the way I talk about the decisions that they make sometimes. So I'm no friend of the Cleveland Browns organization, sir. And you're my buddy. I get that. And I'm not trying to argue with you here about that. But you talk about a starting pitcher having 3 bad outings. I'm pretty sure Justin Masterson had 10 or 12 bad outings before they yoked him from the starting rotation. Most pitchers get half or 3/4 of a season before they're jacked out of the starting rotation. Baseball's a terrible example. And in football, you can move the running back around if he fumbles. You can move the wide receiver if he doesn't catch passes. But the quarterback position is a different animal. Now, you can still change it. I'm not saying that bad quarterback play is acceptable for an entire season, but you can't look at a locker. There's 53 guys. There's not one guy. There's 53 guys in that locker room, and they got there together. And I'm sorry, whether you, me, Bruce, Steve, Joe, Larry, anybody out there thinks that this team has gotten there in spite of Brian Hoyer or not, this team doesn't think they've gotten there in spite of Brian Hoyer. They don't think Johnny Manziel is coming to the rescue. If they did, that would be the way the Browns are going. What the locker room believes is still matters. Believe it or not, it still matters in today's world. And I know for a fact that that's the one reason Mike Pettine did what he did, because he could not look at his locker room and tell them Johnny Football gives you the best chance to win this week. Now, maybe he gives you the best chance to win quite a few games in the future, but you can't tell them that this week. And those guys did not go and play this season through injuries, through all the things that you just listed. They all got there too. This isn't just Brian's season or Johnny's season or Mike's season. This is each of their seasons. And the Browns owe it to that locker room to give them their best opportunity to win this week. And I think that's what they did.
I'm just glad that they didn't rush to when Hoyer was on somewhat of a decent roll. I'm glad they didn't rush and throw him a $17-18 million a year contract for 5 years, $90 million, blah blah blah, which is what a lot of fans at the time were clamoring for. This would have been tantamount to what Justin Masterson, with all the fans clamoring, give him $15 million, $45 million. I'm glad they didn't give him then, and I'm glad they didn't get. Hoyer is not the quarterback of this franchise of the future. I don't know if Manziel is, but we will never know if Manziel is unless he gets off the bench.
Vic, I got to end the call with this. Because you just set me up for it, and I told you the same thing on Facebook, my friend. You love to go after the Indians, and I'm just saying, you love to talk about how they love to be cheap and plan for the future and trade for draft picks, and you just gave me a sentence that talked about the Browns' future. And I'm just saying, there's a whole lot of fans out there that have averaged 4 wins a season since 1999 that are tired of looking to the future. Guess what? If you lose on Sunday, you can go look at the future. You'll see Manziel for the last 3 games of the season, and he can go out there and he can do anything, and everybody will be happy because there'll be no pressure.
I'm tired of people telling me in the age group that I'm in, which is 50 and above, to be patient and relax. Be patient and relax. I'm tired of that. Our future, Jerry, is now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I'm tired of these people. When the Cavaliers were doing bad, everyone said, "Oh, relax, be patient, relax, be patient." Indians are doing bad. Wait until next year. Wait until next year. How many years in a row are the Indians going to have an $85 million payroll when everyone else, including Kansas City, is at 130, 140 million?
I shouldn't have said the Dolans because we can't go that way. Vic, I'm leaving a lot of people out. I got to keep moving, my man. Thank you very much for the phone call. Mayor Vic, my buddy, always an interesting take. And we're just on different sides because I think he is in that group I was talking about yesterday, the portion of the Manziel fans that really do believe that he gives you your best chance to win now. And see, that's a third ring of this argument that throws it in a different direction. 216-539-7535. 216-539-7535. Let's get the phone calls continuing to roll in. Facebook.com/thesportsfix. Tweet with us at the Sports Fix CLE. And looking real quickly as I look on our Facebook page, getting ready to go back to the phone lines here, a lot of comments here. Keith Young says the only choice for the guy to be the Browns quarterback is the man who has led the team to a 7-5 record. Only, and I don't want to go this harshly, only the dysfunctional Browns fans could conjure up a quarterback controversy on a playoff contending team. A little harsh, but I hear what you're saying there, Keith. Absolutely. My man Vic, you guys just heard from him. Don on Facebook says the only ranking that matters is the quarterback's record. Would the Browns be 7-5 right now if they had started Johnny from day one and played the same teams that they've already played this season? He says no. That's an interesting question. What do you think? Do you think, apples to apples, and of course there's no way that we know this, but do you think the Browns would have the same record and have won the same games if they had started Johnny Manziel from week one and he was the guy that had quarterbacked his way through? So interesting. And Keith here on Facebook just sent us a list of quarterback ranking, and he's listing all of the guys above Brian Hoyer and their records and all of the big names here that are on lower teams. Interesting. All right, guys, going back to the phones. Caller, you're next up on the Sports Fix.
J-Rock, what's up?
Hey, what's up, my man?
Your boy Ronnie Rodden. Hey, I
What's
just
up?
heard the mayor's phone call there, and I'm gonna go up to say that this is the kind of behavior with this city and its fans. Me personally, and I know you too, I'm a Cleveland fan. I don't care what quarterback is in there. I don't care what lineman is in there. All I care about is a W. That's all I care about. And the fact that we're debating over a rookie who has unproven track record of anything in the NFL so far, besides he might be able to take a couple of hits, and the fact that he sees holes closing very fast, it's not college. That's the only thing that Johnny Manziel has proven so far. Hoyer has proven he can win. Look at our record. We're above 500. There's no reason, any way, shape, or form that there's a discussion about Johnny Manziel, a rookie quarterback who doesn't know the NFL, coming in to lead this team. Lead this team to what? An injured team who were in our, third-string center, fourth-string center, where he's going to snap the ball and go to run and get cracked and get his leg broke? I mean, Brian Hoyer, who's winning games for us right now, is struggling. What do you think a rookie is going to come in this game and do? He's not the savior. He's not Jesus Christ of Cleveland. He's not Superman of Cleveland. I love Johnny Manziel. I know the media's chomping at the bit, but I'm a Cleveland fan. And even if that means we had to trade LeBron James to win a championship, my name is in that hat because I want Cleveland to win. I don't care who starts, man. But the fact that there's a controversy over a rookie quarterback who has not been proven is driving me absolutely crazy right now. Hoyer is the winner. Hoyer has been winning, and he's a man. I'm sorry, Manziel needs to take the seat on the bench and learn and grow up. The kid's got a lot of maturity that needs to come ahead of him, and he's not going to learn that by going in the game right now and getting hurt or getting frustrated at the fact that we can't win. If Hoyer can't do it right now, I hate to tell Cleveland, but Manziel is not going to be able to do it. I respect the kid's talent. He's got tons of talent, but he doesn't know the game yet. And it's obvious when he plays. You could see it.
And you know what? Some of what you said there, too, and Vic was going in that direction on his call, was about the injuries and this and that and all of the problems. And I'm thinking, man, to me, that's more of a reinforcement of why you don't. And we were saying this yesterday. For those of you that are big Johnny Manziel fans, you want to put him in the optimal situation to succeed. The Browns have spent all season, when they talked, especially in the preseason, about wanting to make sure that when it was his time, being Manziel, that the team was in the right place. And that means, in my opinion, you can tell me that running around makes it better. That makes it more chaotic and likely that he may get injured. I mean, really, do you want to watch a few exciting runs and then have him get RG3'd because things are just not right? I mean, even if you... Okay, people know I don't like Manziel and didn't want the Browns to draft him. It still doesn't mean that I want to see him cut short before we get a chance to see if I'm right or wrong, to find out if you're right or wrong, to find out if the Browns are right or wrong. But to me, those are all, forget just the playoffs. Those are more reasons not to just put him out there just because, man, you have other issues and you want, I'm just saying. I mean, there may come a point, obviously, an injury or something,
about Hoyer's turnovers and bad throws. We're going to get more turnovers with Manziel in the game.
Thank you.
Scrambling quarterbacks have fumbles. That's going to happen. Michael Vick fumbles. Any scrambling quarterback fumbles is what happens when they get hit hard by a defensive lineman or a linebacker. Hey, let me ask you this. Maybe some of your other answers after I get off the phone here, your callers call and answer this question. Can someone name me a scrambling quarterback who's won a Super Bowl? Because I can't think of one.
No, I know what you're saying. We've had this discussion before about that's kind of my thought process about the running quarterbacks in general there. But, just here in this situation as it is, and this part of what we're saying and what other people are saying here is what I talked about, that misperception that the media has set up here. And this kid, instead of having the opportunity to come into a good situation and develop, has people who think